So here with another player interview. This time I'm joined by Johnny Goddard. How are you, Johnny, and how was your summer?
Yeah, it was good, thanks. Enjoyed it, got away a little bit. Already seems a little bit like it was quite a while ago, back into the swing of things, but yeah, it was good.
And we're coming towards the end of pre-season now, with just over a week to go before the first National League South fixture. How have you found it this pre-season compared to last year?
It's been really positive this pre-season. Wouldn't say it wasn't last year, but I think we've done some really positive things with the players we brought in. Scotty did quite a lot of his business quite early, which is always a good thing to do in my opinion. We've worked hard, been a good mixture of running, some shape. Obviously we've had lots of fixtures as well where we've worked on certain things. So yeah, it's building up nicely. Obviously everyone's sort of, if any player's honest with you, they probably don't love pre-season. It's just one of those things you have to try and get through as you build up towards the big first day of the season, which obviously we're all looking forward to.
You've entered your second season with the club. You finished with an impressive 41 appearances last season, as well as being the club's joint top goal scorer. How do you reflect on last season's performance?
Yeah, it was okay. I think last season was obviously a difficult one for the boys and the group as a whole. And I think actually we did very well where we finished. The most important thing last year was that we obviously maintained our status in this division. So the personal sort of targets went out the window a little bit at Christmas when we were fighting relegation. So yeah, it was okay personally. I was just happy to contribute as much as I could do. But we'll be looking to do better this season, probably get more goals, probably get more assists this year, like any player would like to do. But yeah, I mean, for me, ultimately, it's about the team doing well. So we'll set some individual targets, but as long as the sides are winning games, I'm happy.
You currently also hold a UEFA A coaching badge, I think. And I think last season we actually saw you, I think you did unluckily come off injured, but at Hanwell, I think you were on the touchline for Scott, I think, in the end. So from your own coach's point of view, what do you think of the squad Scott has built so far over the summer? With obviously, of course, with a lot of new players coming in, who has kind of excited you so far?
Well, I think we had about 4 lads on the touchline at Hanwell last year, so I won't take credit for that. But yeah, I think from obviously a playing perspective, we've got a good group of players. Scotty has done his research on all the boys. He picked and chose wisely from the players that were here when he took over. He's done that again in the summer. And I think what I would say from my opinion and what the boys have in the dressing room, we all trust in Scotty. We'll believe he'll put a good competitive side together. I think the new lads that have come in have been excellent. They've all added different things to the side. So it's just about blending that all together really, old players, new players, and sort of peaking at the right time. So that's why pre-season is so important, obviously, to get that groundwork in. Hopefully come Maidstone and beyond, we all gel together.
Just to pivot slightly now, just towards maybe some of the past, of your past, who was your first football idol and why?
Well, big Spurs fan, but not always blessed with idols to choose from, unfortunately. Grew up sort of trying to emulate Steven Gerrard a little bit in the garden. Read his autobiography when I was a kid. Playing midfield, he was someone I sort of looked up to. And then as I got a bit older, probably players like Modric and slightly smaller sort of technical players. Yeah, so players like that.
And just to go even further back then, you started your football career, of course, at the Reading Academy, before moving into non-league with Hayes and Yeading. You had caps for England C, a really successful spell with Woking, which then led to a move to Swindon in the Football League. You also played games for Stevenage, I believe, before then returning to non-league football. What did you learn from your time playing professionally that then kind of changed, improved things when you came back into the non-league system?
Cool, so much.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I think you take good things, bad things from all experiences, really. I've worked under some top coaches, top managers, played with some, outstanding players. But then, having been around the game for quite a while, you obviously see probably things that you don't like as a player, or potentially, coaches that have treated players or whatever. So you learn good things and bad things, and it probably just moulds you into the person and the player you become at the end of the day. So I think from my point of view, non-league's probably strengthened since the start of my career. I mean, when I was at Woking, we were part-time in the National League and we were competing for the playoffs and always competitive, whereas that league now is just full-time really. There's maybe 1 or 2 part-time sides. Even in this division, there's a lot of full-time teams that train in the mornings and have resources that you wouldn't have had maybe 10 years ago. But it makes it for a better standard. I think makes it more competitive, especially our division. I think it's probably as strong as it's ever been with the teams that have come up. But also like your Yeovils, your Torquays, your Maidstones that have come down as well. So it's great. I think at Slough we're probably always going to have to overachieve a little bit, but I think we like that. So yeah, we'll give it everything no matter what.
Outside of playing football for Slough, sorry, you also have your own academy set up called Football Academy. I just wanted to ask, what was the inspiration for you personally to run your own kind of academy?
A couple of things really. So obviously love for football was the main thing. Playing, watching, coaching, it's all just part of football really for me. Getting released by Reading at 19 as well. Didn't have loads of support or exit routes from that. So to give players and children an opportunity to develop and give them pathways into professional clubs, or whether it's to go and play for the district, or whether it's just for them to go and enjoy their football and play with their friends, gives me some satisfaction, and it's nice to see them playing with a smile on their face. And
just finally then, I wanted to ask about the fact that I mentioned earlier that you have your UEFA A licence. In the coming years, are we likely to see Johnny Goddard the manager?
Don't say that to Scotty, not after his job, but no, I don't know. I'm 30, so I still like to think I've got plenty of years left on the pitch first and foremost. Still feel good, still feel reasonably sharp, so lots to offer. But yeah, maybe I think, speaking to the boys, everyone's got different avenues they go down work-wise. When you go part-time football, you have choices to make. But for me, if I can make a living playing, coaching, watching football, whatever it is, then I'll be happy.
Thanks, Johnny. We'll hopefully be looking at plenty of goals and assists from you this season.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.